Okay, it's 4:20 something on a Sunday. January 21st, 2018. I wasn't actually going to share this. I was going to take a big break from my channel, but I just had to go watch Divine Love Crystal Grid, didn't I? Oh, Lord. So I was going to comment on her video. I'm like, I'll just make a video instead. I'm like, what do I even write? I'm like, I don't want to like go on and I'll just, put it in a video. So anyway, so I'm watching her video today that I believe she posted it today. The thumbnail is a like a postcard that she's showing. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I got the fan or the central air going, so the fan's like going, and so it like blows up all the dust and stuff. So and the Morgies, all that. We're not talking about that right now. So okay, so anyway, the thumbnail is like a greeting card, okay, and it's like a circle in watercolor, and it says something about oneness, okay. So, because I'm not going to go track it out, I'll put the link in. Anyway, Divine Love Crystal Grid. And I have a little piece of rose quartz as the grid too. So anyway. So I just click on it. It says, I have no idea. It doesn't say, I dreamt of my first love last night, just like you did, Emerald Spider. So it wasn't like, I clicked on it because whatever it said in the title, maybe it was the thumbnail that caught my attention, or just, and there's just certain people when I want to go check out videos and not be triggered and stuff. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I'm not going to watch people that are triggering me, like, if they're an ego, or if I have any if there's any lack of clarity as far as, are they referencing me, or so just anyone who's, like, dealing in ego to where it's triggering me, or I'm unclear about where they're coming from, I'm just not even dealing with it, but I may be one of those people for you. I don't know. So she's talking about her dream. Okay, so she just, according to, apparently she just posted that video today, okay? So she had this dream last night, and so did I. Same dream. Not about her first love, about mine. I don't know them. I'm just saying. But the dream was, I knew he was my first love in high school, and we were like close friends first, and then dated for a while, and yes, it was sexual. It was my first like true love, and he was a Cancer. He actually had passed during the last couple years that I had my channel. So during the time that I had my channel, that'll be 2 years in May. So during that time, because I remember I made a video about it, but and he had a wife, and I don't know if he had any natural children with her, but I know he had stepchildren, and he was married, and so he had a family, and he used to be like the skateboarder, like the best skateboarder in the school. That's why he was my boyfriend. Capricorn, Cancer, the gods. I'm just saying, we are, if we're, I'm just saying. Okay, so, the children of the gods, Are ye not gods? We are. We're reflections of that, so act accordingly. But anyway, he did this, like, big styly trick one day and kind of messed up his knee, so he started biking more, and his sister and her boyfriend at the time were really into that. They'd like bike out to the ocean from Sonoma County and back, and so like, he was just little, his parents were Spanish and Portuguese. Interesting. Yeah, because that's what my foster family was. Spanish dad, Portuguese mom. Same with him. Yeah, so he was a Cancer, 1 year ahead of me. And so I was still in high school when he went to, the junior college there in Santa Rosa in town there. Um, and so I remember when, so I'm thinking about him because I just dreamt about him. So let me just explain the dream first really quick. And it kind of reminded me of an encounter that we had. I encountered him a couple times after we had broken up. And I was over him, so everything was all good and fine. So, but this one particular time, because I knew how to like crack backs and stuff, and so I did that for my friend, and then I was gonna do his too. We weren't boyfriend and girlfriend anymore, but you have to lay down flat on your stomach on the floor, and then I have to straddle you and push you back. Okay. So as I was getting up, and I had like a cute little like hippie dress on, whatever, cute little. It was like summery-ish, whatever. So just flirting kind of energy in the air. I just remember when I was getting up, he kind of went to go like touch my leg, kind of, and I was just like, no, no, no. I didn't say anything. I just knew. I was just like, nope. But that's what it reminded me of in the dream, because it was kind of like that. He was laying down on the ground, and he was kind of and it was just very loving. It was just sweet. There was just nothing. He said something just I can't remember exactly the words, but something along the lines of like, look what I got, kind of thing like that. And I remember just thinking, I felt like I didn't have any clothes on, like I was naked, but he had like, it was interesting because he wasn't wearing like the style of clothes that he normally, like I would associate with him. But he was wearing a style of clothing that I associate with somebody else. So that was interesting. But, and it was black and like, yeah, militant kind of looking shirt, jacket thing. And Baby Daddy used to kind of dress like that too. I don't know. It's that tailored kind of different. Anyways, but so I woke up just kind of oozed into the 3D. It wasn't a big, I got, pretty good sleep and all that. It was a breezy kind of a dream. It wasn't, I didn't really feel triggered or caught up in anything, but I was like, okay, I just reviewed my relationship with him, and I remembered when he, and I mean, we were very much in love with each other, okay? And I believe he was in love with me. Yes. Yes, in love, my first love. So, but I remember, so when I was just like, I knew it was time to break up, because I was still going to, the high school. I was a senior, and then, he was going to the JC now, and so he was giving me a hug goodnight one night at my front door, walking me home, because we just, he lived down the street, and so I was hanging out at his house, and he walked me home, and he went back home. So it's our little thing, whatever. He was a good boyfriend. Beautiful soul, beautiful soul. Yeah, when I woke up, I just told him, I love you, Frankie. Amos 99. That's the name of my first love, was Amos. Is whatever, well, whatever, for that lifetime. This lifetime, that's what he was called. So I'm just about to walk into my door. I'm on the front stoop right in front of my front door, and it's it's dark, it's night, okay, about ready to go inside, and I'm giving him a hug goodbye, hug and kiss, whatever, just a quick little hug goodbye. So as we're embracing, So his head's like pretty close to my ear because we're hugging, right? So, and he says, just out of the blue, it was silent. I hadn't said anything. Okay. We're just embracing at this moment. And he says, so many girls at the JC show off their... That was what we called it, the JC, the junior college. So many girls at the JC show up their bodies. Like this random... Like, oh god, just another man who can't fucking communicate. Or whatever. Okay, so, I gotta read your mind. I gotta decipher. I gotta translate. Okay, what is that? Oh, because I dress like a tomboy. Dress like a skater. Okay, whatever. Like, that's how whatever. Hippie skater. I work a bathing suit and dresses and stuff sometimes. It's just like, whatever. So, I'm just like, should I show off my body more? I'm like, is he lusting after other girls? And so, fine, just break up with me. Like, I don't need to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to hear stupid fucking comments like this. So, I can't even remember if I responded or why did you say that? Or I think I was just stunned by just how out of the blue weird shit that was. I mean, yeah, so, I mean, but come on, I was 17, he was 18, but what can I say? But still, that's how I felt. And that's what he said, and that's how it was awkward, and yeah. It's funny because I told my twin flame, did I tell him about, maybe, God, now I'm like, I could have sworn I told him about two different people, because there was one guy who, and I wasn't one to be with, but I was 30 something, I wasn't like some, it's much more virtuous when I was a teenager, actually. I was like, I have to be in love, and, but which I always was. I was always in a monogamous relationship long term, even if it was a crappy boyfriend. I still did my due diligence. I don't know why, whatever. These contracts, I guess, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't have to know, but there were two people that I did, just have, but it wasn't like some random person I met at a bar. It was someone who was like my neighbor for 2 years, and it was just a rebound thing after I broke up with this guy I was with for 9 years, the Virgo, 9 years. Okay. And he was really cute. We had it a try. I don't know. Even my ex, he's like, I knew you and so-and-so, Richie, we're going to get together. Okay, and he passed away. He was struck. He was on a motorcycle, struck again by a big truck. It's just, oh my God. This is why I don't like people biking where just go on a nice safe path that's like a dedicated path for bikes, or I've just known a lot of people with, anyway, I'm not trying to breed fear. I'm just like, motorcycles and bicycles, and it's just, my uncle's been hit on his bicycle. My brother almost so many times, but he's just like wackadoodle, just rides out into traffic, and oh God, I've literally seen him just because you bump into him around town because, being homeless or whatever. It's just like, people will say that, hey Gretch, I ran into Jay. I saw Jay the other day. Yeah, he almost got hit riding his bike from town. I'm just mentally seeing it in my head, so it's funny because it's just like someone who would be drunk, and it's like, are you drunk? But it's not that he's even drunk. He's just like, I don't know. What am I talking about now? So the cancer, yeah, so that was a hard breakup. Not that, I mean, other breakups were hard. But that being the first one, I remember not being able to eat, and when I did try to eat, I remember my foster mom was like, "You got to eat something." And I'm like, so I tried to eat a little bit of corn, just like some corn in a bowl, like cooked corn from a can, a little salt, butter, pepper, just a couple bites of that. I just remember like throwing that up again. What a mess. Love does hurt, right? It's God, but we just keep doing it and doing it and doing it again and again and again because that's the program. Yeah, so anyway, I wanted to share the dream and how much of a synchronicity it was with Divine Love Crystal Grid, and then I'm like, I'm bored of talking, so I don't really want to hear myself in my reading, so I'm like looking at a couple other Capricorn readings and just some classics out here that I'm like, wow, this is it's like nostalgic almost because I haven't watched readings really in such a long time. I checked out, like a couple twin flame ones, like as of late when big energies start coming in, but so I clicked on, what's her name? Something, Michelle, something or other. The lady in Italy, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I clicked on and it goes so the view count was 1, 2, 3, 4 for Capricorn. And they're all great cards. There was like, I remember seeing the 10 of Cups and 4 of Wands. So, I was just like, yeah, feeling good, just in my heart and in my home, and just being appreciative of that and grateful, and just trying to be centered and grounded and at peace, one with God and one with the earth. So, all right, I don't want to go on too long. I just wanted to share the dream really quickly and how that how it's so funny how the same night Divine Love Crystal Grid had a dream about her first love that she was with from like 17 to 20 or something. Okay, I was with mine for just a year. We were like best friends for a year from my perspective. And then we dated for a year, so for a couple of years we're very close. Lived down the street from each other, spent a lot of time together. And of course I was very clingy and and we were young. So of course we're brainwashed in this society to it's your first love, so of course you're gonna move on and meet other people, but really, a lot of people find their first love when they're young, and it's like, why? They're smart enough to know you're lucky if you find love, so don't cling on to it for dear life, if it's unhealthy. But like so many people just, they don't want to work on stuff. They just want to throw it away. They just see someone else that, dresses a little bit more provocatively. And so, they're being driven by their fleshly desires, which, we're only in high school, teenagers, whatever, older teenagers, but just like, relationship after relationship, because it was telling me that that's not, it's got to be love of God first, and then love of self, and then you got to do it in the proper order, or it's just going to be torment. So, and it was funny because she said how she went to JC, or went to college or whatever, she said university, and because she was a little bit older than her first love and broke up with him. So that's kind of like the opposite of what happened with me, because my first love was a year older and he started going to the junior college, and I broke it off with him because I could just see I was just way too I was being devastated by that, and I didn't need to wait until I saw him with someone else, or for him to be like, I don't want to be with you anymore. That's how I was just like, I mean, I'm not an idiot. I can see the signs. I'm like, especially when he said that, I'm like, okay. Obviously, he doesn't have the balls to say goodbye. Because it's so hard to say goodbye to sweet babes. To yesterday. Yeah, to sweet babes. So, that's just from immaturity and selfishness and stuff. So, want your cake and eat it too, and having a bag of candy and eating it all till you puke. But like I'm saying, I'm not making excuses, because that's a brainwashing Western culture thing of like, oh, you're young, you're in high school, you're not supposed to just stay with the first person you have sex with for the rest of your life. So I'm not trying to diminish it and just say, oh, we were young, we were teenagers, we were this or that. But, it was what it was, it is what it is. All things eternal, so... yeah, and, Christelle Martinet, that's her name. Okay, good. Thank you because I was like, oh, come on, how can I? Because there's a singer, anyway. Oh, I'll put the link to that song below. That's a good one. The Goodbye Game. That's one of my faves. I listen to that over and over and over. When you're going through your awakening, you gotta have those really like, oh, I gotta feel something real down here, anchor me. So yeah. So her tarot reading for Capricorn, 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands, some good cards in there, and then the view count was 1, 2, 3, 4 when I clicked on. So I thought that was just special. That I think I only watched one other one, which was just a quick little one, just an astrology. It wasn't a reader. So, all right, we're done sharing. Love, peace, and blessings.